In this video, we're going to read Ruth 1:4, but we're going to stop at the Zakef. We have Vayisa'u lahem nashim mo'aviyot, and they took for themselves Moabite wives. And so we start with a Vav consecutive form, continuing the narrative. The verb is a call, imperfect, 3MP form of the root nasa. And you notice that the root is a R1 noon, but up here in Ruth 1:4, I do not see my R1 noon. Well, what is going on? Well, if we were to spell this out, we would get yin sa u. In the call imperfect paradigm, the R1 letter gets a silent schwa, and so this R1 noon, being in the silent schwa position, assimilates into the scene, and we would get a dagesh forte to represent that assimilation. But in Ruth 1:4, the scene does not have a dagesh forte. So why is it missing? Well, a little rule called skinum levi. And this funny word here is just representing these Hebrew letters. And these Hebrew letters, when they have a dagesh forte and a vocal schwa, they can omit the dagesh forte. And so back up here in Ruth 1:4, the scene normally would get the dagesh forte to represent the assimilating R1 noon, but since it has a vocal schwa as well, it's omitting that dagesh forte. All that for that little verb. Next, I have lahem. It is the lamed preposition with the 3MP suffix. So it is a 3MP suffix. And then they took for themselves. Well, what did they take? They took wives, but not just any wives. They took Moabite. And so we have Mo'aviyot in apposition to Nashim. Let's talk about Mo'aviyot. If you remember from our videos on Ruth 1:1, we talked about gentilics very quickly. In gentilics, if you think in English of our words that end in "ite," like Israelite, Moabite, that "ite" ending is a gentilic, noting nationality. In Hebrew, the gentilic ending is at hirik yod. But we also, because they are feminine, we get the feminine ending. So Moabite wives. So this ends our video on the first third of Ruth 1:4.